What's up, movie lovers? I'm Edgar Perez. I'm gonna be doing a spoiler review on Star Wars The Last Jedi. So again, if you guys did not notice by the title, this will be a spoiler review. That means I will be giving some details of the specific details of the movies. So if you don't want to watch spoilers, I recommend you just skip this video. God, I've been waiting to watch this movie since the longest, since Force Awakening. I'm pretty sure most of you guys also been waiting for this movie to come out. I ended up watching all the previous movies just to, wrap my head around the whole franchise and see what's going on. I was so hyped. I even brought this along. I don't know why I brought it, but it's the Star Wars thing. But I don't know why I did that. But anyway, let's get to the actual movie review. Now, this movie, some people might say it's kind of slow paced, which it kind of is. But the timeline from The Force Awakening to The Last Jedi, it picks up right where it left off. From Rey going off to go meet Luke Skywalker, for guidance. Now, as Rey is training with Luke Skywalker, we start having different elements. We start learning different things about the Force, and we all know the Force is something that's within everyone, and the Jedi and the Sith are able to use the Force to pick up rocks, and they do make jokes about that in the film about it's not just for picking up rocks with floaty shit. What's different about the Force here is that the Force can actually telepathically connect to individuals, so they're able to see each other through the Force, and sometimes even pick up some physical matter through other areas. So there's a part where Kylo Ren swipes up his hand and it's the rain from where Rey was. I mean, it's interesting. It was very interesting. It's actually probably one of the reasons why you connect with Kylo and Rey, and it kind of messes with your mind, saying if they're gonna team up or do whatever in this point. What I feel drags the film is the whole Finn trying to find this broker to get into the spaceship of Snoke. I feel like that could have been better, but it ties all the way in the end. In the end, it's you realize it. In the end, I'm not gonna spoil the very end. In the end, you realize, oh, this is what it was for. So basically, the whole Finn thing, it was interesting, but it's what dragged the film back, because I wanted to watch the whole Luke Skywalker and the Rey stuff. They needed to show more of that, but it all connected in the very end. Now, I did notice some similarities with this movie with the previous movies, like how when Yoda was training Luke Skywalker, it's similar to that. It's Luke Skywalker now is Yoda, and Rey is Luke Skywalker from then. So they did that whole element of of them training each other. What was interesting for me was that they actually didn't have that much Jedi fights with lightsabers. They saved the main action. Obviously, they always save up the main action for the last 30 to a whole hour of the film. And I thought that was interesting, because it was just the whole beginning part of the film was basically setting up the emotional ties for you to actually care when people start fighting for each other, which I think is something that every film should thrive to do. Try to get you to emotionally care about these characters. That way, when the action happens, you're tied into your edge of a seat, seeing oh, what's gonna happen. And I thought they did this very, very well in this film about actually giving us characters' feelings, both sides of the characters. For example, for me, I ended up caring so much about Kylo Ren, because he's not your average villain. I can't really quite put my finger on it, but he's probably my favorite villain of all the other Star Wars, other than Darth Vader, because they had he has his whole history. But Snoke, I didn't really care about him. I just knew he was a big badass, and he's the main Sith controlling Kylo, and it turns out he was just a figurehead just for Kylo Ren to take over. And the reason why I care about Kylo Ren is because it ties in. You get sides from each person. You see the side of Rey, and Rey hates Kylo for killing Han Solo. And then you see Luke Skywalker's side of the story, where he's about to, in his flashback, he's about to kill Kylo Ren because he's starting to see the dark side in him, and then for a split second he doubts it, but it was already too late. And then we get the whole Kylo Ren side of it, saying that he was gonna kill him, and which is why he ended up leaving and burning down the Jedis. I just thought that it was very emotional, and it connected everyone because you could see it in the actor's eyes. The actor for Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, was just amazing. You could see the struggle within him about him, like either choosing the the light side or the dark side. And throughout the whole film, that's really what it is about. Like, you should either in the dark or in the light. And in the very end of the fight, I was thinking like, oh my god, is he gonna turn? Is he gonna side with Rey? Same wise with Rey. Sometimes I feel like Rey's gonna turn into the dark side as well. It's like these two opposing forces trying to pull each other to their direction. And I thought that was what really got to me about the whole film. That's probably the best part of like the whole film, about them emotionally connecting these characters. And I know people are gonna get mad about the Force, using the Force to telepathically connect each other, but I think it was necessary for you to care about these people. They do some other stuff with the Force, such as like Luke Skywalker able to like project himself into somewhere else and make himself look kind of younger. I don't mind. It got to me. I was like, whoa, is he dead? Is he not dead? Like, literally the last 30 minutes of the film was like just messing with my mind. It's like 1 second I think he's dead, 1 second I think he's alive. Like, this was a good film. It made you think about stuff, and I just really cared about every character here. Then we have the whole Princess Leia, where she's not really a princess anymore. She's the governor, but some people still reference her as a princess. Rest in peace to her. So very emotional characters, and I think that's what made this film way, way more better. And to prove my point even further, I ended up taking my sister, who hasn't seen any of the other Star Wars films. She's not a big fan of Star Wars. She knows what it is, but she's not like super into it as others are. And she said she would go and watch it again. That's just how much of a good film it is. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I go to university, so I'm used to all the professors grading my work by A through F category. I'm pretty sure we've all gone through that. So for my first official movie review, I'm gonna give this film an A, and it is dope, and you need to watch it. Damn, you know what would really be cool? If lightsabers were real. Whoa, whoa. Don't forget to watch my other videos and subscribe.